So what is meditation? Meditation, in basic terms, is the science of training your mind. And what this leads to is various different benefits that some you may know and some you might not even be aware of. The basic benefits that are just scientifically proven and kind of commonplace. If you've watched any videos like this, they talk about it in lengths. So those effects are enhanced concentration, lower blood pressure, improved sleep. It reduces the symptoms of almost every single mental illness, depression, anxiety, even bipolar. It's got calming benefits, it's relaxing, it allows you to become a better person through emotional intelligence and introspection. But these are actually all incidental benefits of meditation. This isn't why meditation was created. Meditation actually has a more foundational, radical, and transformative effect than any of the things that I've just listed. You can also reach these incredible transcendental states of joy, bliss, happiness, a lot of fulfillment and connectedness. You can get to these points during meditation, and this isn't just for monks or people who spend like all of their time meditating. These are very much possible for every single person meditating. But again, these incredible states of bliss, joy, and peace aren't the ultimate goal of meditation. The reason why most people pursue it in the first place, or the reason to take it seriously. Meditation, when done properly and systematically, like I'm about to explain to you, it will lead to a point where something called awakening happens. Another word for this is enlightenment or liberation or self-realization. And awakening, you might have heard, is what the Buddha achieved in his lifetime. And what awakening or enlightenment is, it's complete freedom from suffering. So no more suffering. You're in a state of bliss and happiness and just contentment with existence as you know it. And this is the highest goal of meditation. Again, you might not want to take it this far, but it's important to just lay out why meditation was created in the first place, so it puts into context why we're doing the things that we're doing and what the ultimate highest level really is. So those are the benefits of meditation, but what do we actually do when we sit down? Like, why are we sitting down to meditate? What is the point of closing your eyes and feeling the sensations of your breath, or whatever type of meditation that you're doing? These principles will apply to every single type of meditation because these are the foundations. These apply no matter what you're doing. So what we're actually doing is we're training our mindfulness and our stable attention. So these are the two things in meditation that we're actually trying to cultivate: mindfulness and stable attention. And I'm going to explain what exactly mindfulness means and what exactly stable attention means. So to first understand mindfulness and stable attention, we have to have a basic model of the conscious experience to just really get a grasp on what's going on in our minds and what attention even is. There are two ways of knowing in our conscious experience. And again, this is a simplified model, but it will make a lot of sense once you understand it. So we have two ways of knowing. We have attention, and then we also have peripheral awareness. And much like how your vision has this focal point or this place where you can focus, and then you have your peripheral vision, it's the same way with consciousness. Our attention is like the focal point, and our peripheral awareness is like our peripheral vision. The qualities of attention are that it's specific, it can analyze things, you can concentrate on specific things that appear in the larger context of your peripheral awareness. Your peripheral awareness isn't really focused on specific things. It's very open, it's holistic, it is more relational than specific. And our peripheral awareness and attention can do various different things and can be honed in different ways. For example, our attention, to get it to a point where it's stable, we need to understand that most of the time it's spontaneous. So our attention is getting captured by different things, alternating between two different things, and scanning for all sorts of different stuff that may be of interest in our peripheral awareness. You have your attention, you have your peripheral awareness, and your attention is just jumping around from thing to thing usually. And so what we want to do is we want to turn that spontaneous attention into stable attention. This means that it's not jumping around and you can just focus on one specific thing for a prolonged period of time. And mindfulness, what it really is, what it truly means is being able to pay attention, but not just that, to be able to pay attention in a skillful way, balancing your peripheral awareness and your attention and adding more power to the system, being able to notice finer and more subtler things that appear in your conscious experience. So again, these are different modalities of knowing things in the world. You have your attention and you have your peripheral awareness. And so mindfulness is the balance of those two things with an increased power. And stable attention is the ability to stop your attention from being spontaneous, to be able to control the mechanisms and the dimensions of your attention. So the mechanisms being the ability to direct and sustain, and the dimensions being the scope and focus of your attention. Like, are you just aware of your body? Are you aware of the outside world? So this is what mindfulness and stable attention is. But again, you might be asking, okay, that makes sense. I conceptually understand it. The diagrams are very cute. But what does this achieve? Like, what's the point of getting into a mode of being mindful and having stable attention hand in hand? What does that do? So what this does is it allows you to get into one of those meditative states of tranquility called Samatha, a state where you're calm, you're joyous, you feel joy, you're also tranquil, you have stable attention, and you also have powerful mindfulness. So you're mindful of the right things. You're in that state. And what happens during this state is you can gain insights into the nature of reality and about yourself, and just all of those beautiful benefits that we were speaking about come up in these meditative states. And it's really a shame because most people don't even get to the point where they're in these meditative states before they quit. And that's because they don't understand what's actually going on. In these states, you can gain various different insights into how things are actually happening in your existence, in your first person experience. So some of these insights, like increased creativity or just figuring out a solution to a problem, a personal problem, having an insight into your personality, these again aren't actually the point of these states. These are what are called mundane insights into just yourself, into your personality. But you can also gain transformative, like radically transformative insights into the nature of reality itself. And there are 5 key insights that you can gain that will completely transform the way you see the world, the way you see yourself. These insights are the impermanence of all phenomena, the causal interdependence of all phenomena, emptiness, the nature of suffering, and finally, the illusion of the separate self. And so these insights, I know they have some fancy names and I could spend like 1 hour speaking about each of them. But basically, these insights have very, very big implications on the way you live your life and the way you see life as a whole. The last one especially, the illusion of the separate self, being free of that illusion, is what actually causes awakening. It's what causes that liberation or that shift that I was talking about earlier. Okay, that's good and all, but again, you might be thinking, okay, but you haven't answered, how do we actually develop that mindfulness and stable attention? How do we get into these deeper states of meditation that you're talking about? And yeah, that's a perfect question. Luckily for us, we live in a time where people have done a lot of the thinking about meditation and this whole pursuit of enlightenment or complete liberation. It's the oldest question in the book. And so it has answers dating thousands and thousands and thousands of years ago. The question of why do we suffer and is there an end to suffering? And it's all been laid out in a progressive way, in a map that we can actually follow along and really just put our practice, our own personal journey into context of this larger map. And so this map has been developed over the centuries, but it's really perfectly synthesized in a book called The Mind Illuminated. And so now I'm going to show you an overview of all the 10 stages and explain to you what the process looks like in a very, very general sense. And I'm going to, of course, make more videos on the specific stages that you're at, but this is just a general overview of what we're actually training and how everything's going to play out in your meditation journey, what progress you can make, and what stage you're currently at. Okay, now, so the 10 stages, and it will be shown on screen as well. So stage 1, establishing a practice. Stage 2, interrupted attention and overcoming mind wandering. Stage 3, extended attention and overcoming forgetting. And you gain the milestone. The first milestone is you can hold continuous attention to the meditation object. Stage 4, continuous attention and overcoming gross distraction and strong dullness. Stage 5, overcoming subtle dullness and increasing mindfulness. Stage 6, subduing subtle distraction. And then you reach the second milestone where you have sustained exclusive focus of attention. Stage 7, exclusive attention and unifying the mind. Stage 8, mental pliancy and pacifying the senses. Stage 9, mental and physical pliancy and calming the intensity of meditative joy. Literally, like stage 9 is you're just too happy meditating and you need to calm down, basically, which is pretty insane to think about and very, very different from the meditation that most of us are having. And then stage 10, tranquility and equanimity. And milestone 4, I think I skipped milestone 3, but yeah, milestone 3 is effortless stability of attention. And milestone 4 is persistence of the mental qualities of an adept. And again, you're probably not going to understand a lot of the words that were said right now. And that's completely okay. You can read the book, and I'm also going to make videos expanding on what all of these terms mean. But the gist of it is you'll be tapping into more and more of those benefits as the meditation goes on. These benefits don't actually have to happen in those specific orders. You can have awakening or these various different insights at any stage. It's very spontaneous. And the way it's described in the book is that awakening is an accident, but meditating and getting into these deeper states of tranquility makes you more accident prone. And so at any time, these things can actually manifest. This video has been very comprehensive. And if you're at this point now, I'm going to assume you're serious about meditation and learning meditation. Honestly, I would suggest you to grab the book and read through the book and just stay tuned for the videos that I'm going to make, because I'm going to synthesize it in a way that is clear if you have difficulty reading, and I'm going to put diagrams as I have in this video. And before I leave, I'll give a summary of what we just covered so that it just really sits into your mind. So what we covered is that to meditate is to be able to develop your stable attention and your mindfulness. What we learned was stable attention is the ability to focus your attention on one object without it scattering, without you scanning for different things, without your attention alternating. And Mindfulness was the ability to balance your attention and peripheral awareness in a way where you're paying attention to the correct things and to increase the overall power of your ability to pay attention to various things. And so this stable attention and mindfulness lead you to get into a meditative state called Samatha, where it's characterized by tranquility or a calm abiding. And in this state, we can gain insights into ourselves and we can gain various different benefits that meditation is scientifically proven to give and beyond. And we can also gain insights into the nature of reality, various different insights, and the 5 of the most important ones, with the 5th one being the dispelling of the illusion of the separate self, which actually leads to awakening. And awakening at its highest level is freedom from suffering. So yeah, that's a summary of everything that we covered. And yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully it helped. Stay tuned for the next video. Peace and love.